Get smart.
All right, welcome, welcome everyone. This is very fantastic, beautiful, powerful miracle day. Truth is every day is miraculous and every day is full of miracles. In fact, just a matter of perspective of how we look at things. And the beautiful thing is today we are celebrating the celebration day. We're celebrating it's like a graduation celebration call for the recent miracle experiment experience, in which hundreds of people from all over the world in 4 languages simultaneously have been applying the principles from Ancient Secrets of a Master Healer. I have the book also here in Italian, Antichi Segreti de un Maestro Guaritori, and in Spanish, Secretos Ancestrales de un Maestro Sanador. Now we have a big, exciting announcement that let's just start off. Renara, I don't know if you can unmute yourself. We're just going to start off with this announcement just because it's so awesome. I'm just going to share my screen once you tell. Actually, here, Renara, I want you to just, first of all, can you read the opening quote in Russian? I want you to read this one.
You want me to read that in Russian?
Yeah, can you read it in Russian? Is that possible?
Я пришел не учить тебя, я пришел любить тебя. Любовь тебя научит. That is the more beautiful word I ever heard, you know, and it was so helpful during our first miracle experiment in Russian.
Yeah, yay. So for those that don't know what that says, actually, let's have Ilaria. Can you unmute yourself and read the same quote in Italian? So fun. Ilaria, can you read it in Italian for us? Let's see here real quick. Ilaria, oh, she may have jumped off on accident with us. All right. Anyone else read Italian? Anna, are you here? Let's see, Anna.
I'm here.
Can you read that in Italian for us?
Sì. Non sono venuto per insegnarti, sono venuto per amarti. L'amore sarà il tuo maestro.
Yeah. So fun. All right, now someone in Spanish. I don't know, is Diego on the call or Aida? Let's see if either of them are here right now. Let's see, Aida. All right, anyone speaking Spanish that wants to unmute yourself and read this? Let's see. You can feel free to just volunteer. Any Spanish speakers?
I'll read it for you.
Oh, beautiful. There we go. Can you see that?
Sí. No he venido a enseñarte, he venido a amarte. El amor te enseñará.
Yeah. So cool. It's so fun to hear it in so many languages. Okay. Now, let's see. Do we have any English speakers? Anybody? Anybody? All right. All right. I'm going to pick actually Ana Kadima, although I know you speak Portuguese as well, but I just want you to read it in English for us.
Okay. I didn't come to teach you. I come to love you. Love will teach you.
Yeah. And what a powerful experience of that we have had over the last 30 days. So now coming back to Renara. Renara, I want you to share because I have the book in these 3 languages and many others. It's so fun. My mom needs a bigger table because she was putting the book in each of the languages on the table, but now we ran out of table. So we need to have a bigger table. But Renara, can you share the announcement about the Russian book? I just want you to start by sharing this. It's so fun. Let's see. If I can ask you to unmute. I know you're in a place where you're moving right now, but let's see. Oh, there we go.
Is it okay, yeah?
Yeah,
do
there
you
we
hear
go.
me?
Yeah. Can hear you now, yeah.
So first of all, I would like to say that it is real experiment, you know, it is a real experiment that experience translation in Russian, because I think we read every page at least 60 times. That is the minimum. So, and we had this I don't know. The book was ready 1 year before, and from the moment we were ready to publish and to prepare that for publishing, that is one Atiti Deva Baba after another one. Now I don't know if each of us, we are three major in our Russian team: Ira, Eliza, and me. Probably we needed to read this every page, you know. So, because we know every details now, Clint. We are like your witness, you know. We are the witness of Clint. And but the good news that, and I think that our first miracle experience in Russian just boosted something in the technical issue. And now finally Adobe, I see that Adobe is working, and because until now it was like a, how to say in English, the work of Sisyphus of truth. How to say, how you say Sisyphus of truth? When you work at it,
Sisyphus work.
Yeah.
Sisyphus work.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it.
So we are three of us here, and we are ready, and we have the courage, and we trust that we can make the deadline of Russian book, 15th of August.
Yay!
Girls, are you with me? Eliza and Ira, are you here?
I'm here, yeah.
So yeah, we are ready to give the deadline for Russian version, and to really to publish that in Russian, really. Yeah.
Well, I just want to spotlight all three of you for a moment, and just all of us send you so much love. It really was a miracle. Honestly, the technical was crazy. It was painful for all of us. They would make changes, the changes would disappear. They'd spend so many hours, and then the hours of work would just slip. And it's almost like it's growing us. You know, there's some reason we needed to learn, some reason we needed to apply it even more. And now it's working like magic. And
But
so,
you know, Clint, also the energies in the world also, you know, I think it's found for something also. And it is really our deepest wish to publish that in Russian as soon as possible, you know, really.
yeah, it is amazing, the timing as well. You know, it's like I got chills when you spoke about that on one of the previous calls, Renara. The timing in which this healing book will be available in Russian with the deadline of August 15th is so exciting. So I just want everyone to put your hands together and we send lots of love to this powerful Russian translation team. We love you and we're with you. And in Russian, I say, Zhizhen Prekrasna. How do I say I love you and I'm with you in Russian?
Ира, can you
Я
say?
люблю вас, я с вами. Я люблю вас, я с вами.
Okay, now everyone, let's repeat that together.
Я люблю вас,
Я с вами.
Я люблю вас, я с вами.
Okay, let's say spasiba. That's the easier one.
Большое спасибо.
Спасибо.
Spasiba. That means thank you.
Я люблю вас, я с вами.
Love
That
to
is my
Russia
sister.
from Mount Shasta.
Yeah, beautiful. Oh, Larry, thank you so much. You're getting love from all over the world. So thank you, Eliza. Thank you, Ira, and thank you, Renara. And that's such an exciting now. Now we'll have you.
Our experience was great, Clint. Our first experience in Russian was absolutely great, and I hope that there are some people now in the call they can share actually how it was beautiful to take this journey with what I want, with Atiti Deva Baba, with this gratitude of every day, and this is just this mindset, you know, everyday mindset with Dr. Naram's meditation.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, I think it's so powerful. We're definitely going to have you
I
share.
yeah.
We're going to have you share. And Sehar, you wanted to share something?
And I just want to say that these words from Dr. Naram, I came to love you. I used to say last time to more people, and it makes a very big impression. Just these words can change a lot of things. And the people, they are it's something very big and nice. It's new. And yeah, just these words. Huh?
Just those words. Honestly, I feel like even just those words were translated in 30 languages around the world would be a better place. Now, thank you so much, Sehar, and thank you, Renara, and thank you everyone on the Russian team, Italian team, Spanish team. The timing of this miracle experiment experience, there's no accident. I mean, the things that have been happening on planet Earth are so dynamic and so powerful, and so many things happening simultaneously. So for such a beautiful group of people from around the world, anchoring in these principles into our hearts, into our lives, not only is powerful for this 30 days on this call, you'll hear so many powerful stories, but for our lives and for planet Earth, for life as we know it. And so we have some exciting announcements we'll make. Actually, I think I'm going to switch it, Carol. We'll make the announcements at the end of the call, but the announcements will be about when is the next miracle experiment experience. And then many people now, they want to start a 28-day detox process. They want to start, and they want to go deeper into making their body an instrument so that physically, mentally, and emotionally, spiritually, you can do what you're born to do on this planet at this most exciting time, to be alive. And so to prepare yourself, and we'll have some exciting announcements about that. I will actually just put that link in the chat. We're going to start that on August 8th, but you need to sign up in advance. You have to have an appointment with one of the Vaidyas, and you need to get something called the Healthy Me Detox Kit. So I'm just going to say guided detox, 28-day guided detox, starting August 8th. If you're interested, fill out that form I just put in the chat. And then we have another exciting announcement about the next time we're going to be offering the 100-day course in Ancient Secrets, which is very exciting. And then just because we have a special call next Sunday, we'll have a special call on Amrapali Secret. Those who have been taking advantage of the special offer, the last month this offer will ever be had. These are the last bottles of Karam's last formula that he created. And the results are so fantastic. In fact, I just got a message from someone. So they gave this to their sister-in-law, this Amrapali Secret. And it was the first time in her life that she had no pain when she was having her menstrual cycle. So many fantastic things are happening. It's also good for planet Earth that this is here. If you don't have access to get those, if you buy 6 bottles or more, there's a 33% discount, but there's a free version of it. You just go to page 292 and you do this home remedy version. So all of that is there and accessible. But right now, before we start into the amazing stories, your amazing stories, we're going to go to a fantastic musical experience for us to drop from our head to our hearts. Ray and Sahad, are you there? I just want to acknowledge you, these beautiful people that I met in Mount Shasta. Spotlight you here. Yeah.
Hi.
Yes.
Blessings on blessings.
So I'm going to hand it over to you, everyone, for this beautiful bath of sound so we could drop from our heads into our hearts. We need so much more, our heart power today than ever. And just handing it over to you.
Thank you. Divine blessings, everybody.
Anointed risings.
I'm Ray.
And I'm Sahad.
And we're just so honored to be here with you and just provide this beautiful experience for you.
Yes.
So just a quick how we do this. Normally, I just let spirit move through us. So we might say some affirmations, feel free to repeat them. We might just lead you through a visualization. However spirit decides to show up, that's how we're going to proceed. Is that cool with everybody?
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. All right, just sit back, relax, and be one with us.
Excuse me, can you change your setting on your Zoom because we cannot hear that? Can you change your audio settings to surround? It's in your Zoom settings because otherwise we won't hear your sound.
Yeah, there is a setting, I think it's called share original audio too, or something like that, that sometimes works.
Yeah, that should work.
Okay.
It's in the.
I was feeling it just from watching it, but I definitely want to hear it as well.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
While she's filling in the settings, I just want to drop everyone into the presence of this experience. Just want you to put in the chat one thing that you're grateful for today. One thing you're grateful for today. One of the principles, one of the 3 main principles we've applied over the last 30 days. Just want you to drop that in the space to kind of build the energy of dropping into our hearts.
I am looking for this here.
Do you know where on the microphone at the lower left corner? In the lower left corner where the microphone, click on that. At the very bottom, there's audio settings.
Okay.
And when you click on that, there is one that actually says the show in meeting option to enable original sound. And you need to have that one ticked so we can hear your original sound.
I read some of these grateful things. Linda, I'm grateful I was able to log in using meeting ID number from the email. Beautiful. Aaron and Heidi, grateful for our doggies. Oh, we just had a powerful call for the 1-year immersion yesterday on Ancient Secrets for Animals, in which several people were sharing amazing experiences, healing experiences happening for their animals when they started eating Hmong soup. Without garlic, without onions, but just feeding the Hmong soup. How arthritis went away, the hair became better, they became like puppies again. I don't know if we should make some of those clips available. That was really, really powerful. It was fun because I have a family reunion happening right now. And even my niece overheard part of that, and they have 2 dogs. And she said, "Hun, what was that about feeding your dogs feeding dogs Hmong soup?" So they're gonna start. That's beautiful. Okay, you got it, Ray?
Is that better?
Yep.
Yeah,
Can you hear
it sounds
it?
better. Yep, we can hear it
Okay.
better.
We also decided to move it a little bit closer.
Oh, good.
Okay. Let's try that again.
Yeah, we can hear it much better, much better.
Better? Okay, awesome. All right, so everyone just settle in and be one with us and bring in that gratitude that Dr. Rogers was just asking about. What are you grateful for? And just visualize all of that gratitude filling you up. If there's a smile that wants to come up on your face, let it out. And just feel how good it feels to be grateful and present in this moment. Feel the collective energy that we are all creating. Feel the love circulating between all of us. So much. Yeah, I think we broke the matrix a little bit.
Yeah, look at that. You look like a Picasso painting right now or something. It's
I know. It's just the energy too vibrant right now.
It's the art for me.
So beautiful.
Thank you. We're gonna go inside. It's a little hot, and I think the electronics are not liking it.
Yeah.
But
Thank you so much for sharing. I want to acknowledge not only I met you in Mount Shasta, but when we were doing fundraising for Roma Rishi, Ray and Sahat, on their own volunteered and did a sound healing session with some beautiful things as a fundraiser also for Roma Rishi. And so that was one of the miracles that happened during this 30-day experience that we'll talk a little bit more about. But thank you for your hearts, your love, your showing up. And if you're on today's call, at any time you want to add anything in, please make sure that you do.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Reflections of y'all.
Beautiful. It was fun. I got the text message from them last night. They said, "When is Love Church?" I was like, okay, we don't normally call it that, but that's fine. So welcome to everyone in your hearts. Welcome to this space in which we get to hear what are these powerful experiences over the last 30 days of people living the principles from the ancient secrets and having this. It's a miracle experiment. It's a game. It's meant to be playful. It's meant to be an experiment. So what was your experiment like? And it's so fun in this setting that it was so international as well. In fact, on last week's call, I just was again struck by how international everything was. I asked Munera and Nehemiah to share something at the beginning. I didn't see Nehemiah here. I see Munera just showed up, but maybe we'll have you share that next call or at the end of this call if we can make sure we anchor that in. But right now, for some of the people that need to leave a little bit early.
Nehemiah is here.
Oh, there you are. I couldn't see you under your name. Let's see, where are you?
Somewhere.
Okay, good. Fantastic. I don't know why I cannot see you under your name, but I'm so glad that you're here. All right, beautiful. Great. So what we'll do is we'll just set that up and prep it for a little bit in just a moment. I want to start with we'll go with the Italian group, the Russian group, and we'll see if anyone here is from the Spanish group. And then we'll go into some of the English group about what is the change. You know, what is, Dr. Trump says this isn't about information, it's about transformation. So what is the transformation that you experienced as you let love guide you? You know, as you discovered every morning, what do you want? And wrote it down in your miracle journal. As you looked for Aditi Devo Baba moments, how is God showing up in the unexpected guests? As you're feeding animals, did your relationship with animals change? And as you wrote every night 3 things you're grateful for, just by infusing your life with more gratitude, you know, what kind of miracles did you unfold? And then listening to the Unstoppable track in the morning And the deeper and deeper, these powerful tracks from Dr. Naram. Most people know that famous experiments from that Japanese researcher where just by speaking words to water, it crystallizes different ways. If you speak words of hate, it makes this ugly pattern. If there's different kinds of like scattered music, it becomes scattered fractals. But if you speak words of love, it becomes the most beautiful crystals. And because we're 80% water, what has this done to our bodies, our constitutions? As we've been listening to the powerful words of Dr. Naram scored by Gary Malkin every morning and every night before we go to sleep, how has that changed you? So I first of all want to go to Anna. I don't know, Anna. Ilaria, do you want to introduce Anna? Actually, I should ask. Let's see, Ilaria. I know Ilaria has been coming on and off because she's been in a, so I'm going to introduce Anna. I met her when I was in Italy. In fact, the day before, Anna, was it the day before I was knighted that I met you? Or did I meet you at the knighting ceremony?
At the knighting ceremony, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, it was so cool to meet you at such a beautiful, auspicious event. And then we got to know each other. And then she came actually to help distribute blankets and clothing to the homeless outside Vatican City. There's like so many tents and so many homeless people there. And that was a really experience to share with you, Anna. And then it's so fun that you participated in the 30-day miracle experiment game with Antici Segrete de un Maestro Guaratore. So please, can you share your miracle experience? What happened to you over this last 30 days?
Thank you, Clint. This is my third miracle experiment, actually, in Italian. It's the third time I do it. This was the most powerful one yet. So first of all, I'm very, very moved to be here with over 100 people from all over the world. This is really incredible to actually experience that many people doing what they can to better themselves in order to better the world as a consequence. This is so important for the whole world, and I'm very, very glad to be here. So thank you. And this time with this experiment was the most powerful one yet, because the change that I experienced was a very big change, because I had an intent when I started this time, and the intent was to stop feeling guilty, to stop not liking myself when I looked at the mirror, or I just wanted to be light. My intent starting this time was I wanted to be light and free of all this heaviness that does not belong to me, really. And what helped me so much was actually thinking about the 80-20 rule. That helped me so much, because I applied myself with a few techniques. I avoided certain foods. I did the best I could to be grateful for everything, every little thing. I think Devo Baba all the time. I got in touch with animals. I did the Forgive and Forget Marma and the Dr. Naram meditation every morning. And now the results are incredible, because I don't feel guilty anymore about anything, actually. I just feel so beautiful. That's actually, to sum up, after these 30 days, I feel so beautiful. I like myself so much. And that is unbelievable, because it was not the case. I had the ideas. I knew that I was not supposed to not like myself, but knowing it and feeling it is so different. And to actually enjoy yourself is so incredible. And to feel the pain in this Marma point almost gone. I don't have that much pain anymore here. I am more focused, and situations that could cause me stress in the past, I am so much more in acceptance. But I have to say that the biggest thing is that I like myself so much, and that I can see it around me as well, on how people treat me, how people talk to me, they are so much nicer and softer, and so much affection around me more. It's so different. My reality changed a lot, and there's so much love around me. And also the little things that I desired just kept happening. Even if it was like a specific dish that I wanted to eat but didn't want to cook, someone just gave it to me. Or maybe I wanted to go to some place and I just happened there, or I wanted to talk to some old friend, and that person just wrote me. It was really, really, really incredible. And the meditation in the morning for sure is maybe the biggest part of it. The 80-20 rule, so applying myself in those little specific things, but applying myself with all my heart, and actually seeing the results and knowing that I am actually doing something and not feeling guilty because I'm not doing, like, you know, everything. And listening to the meditation in the morning with feeling that love, because Dr. Naram's voice in that meditation makes me feel so loved, so seen. And those two things helped me a lot. And now I feel very light and I feel very, very much in love with myself. So that's just amazing. That's incredible. I'm so grateful.
Oh, that is so so beautiful. I don't know, it could be a more powerful miracle actually than people loving themselves and life more, you know? Anyone had a moment where you feel like it's easy to love others, but it's harder to love yourself? Anyone feel that, had that experience in their life? So Anna, if you're a microcosm of the macrocosm, it's a very good sign for all of us. You know, I'm so grateful for what you shared. And I just want to have reflection from a couple people. First of all, Ilaria, I saw you come on. What is it like to hear this from one of your best friends and someone who participated in the miracle experiment experience? I just want you to share. And then also maybe Sue, one of our newest mentors. I just want you to give some reflection on this too. Ilaria, let's see if you're able to unmute yourself.
Oh, hello, everyone. I'm so happy to be here, to see you again, every one of you. It's so beautiful after lots of time. Oh, so beautiful. This was another powerful experience like the last years, but what I observed more, it was the gratitude of people that was so powerful, and I started to be grateful for everything. They started to see synchronicities. They started to observe the little miracles with attention. They were so powerful in observing the differences between before and after, and alone just observing. It was so beautiful. Lots of experiences of Atiti Deva Bhava, and they were in particular, there was Alda who participated again for the second time, and she couldn't join the call, and lots of things happened in her life. COVID cases, the daughter and her brother, lots of things. So she was so confused at the beginning, and then I told to her this morning, and she shared with me that she's feeling like she's in the center. She is focused. She knows what she wanted, that she wants peace, harmony, and she is just in this vibration, and she's just in the center. And even, all the confusion that she has around there. And also Daniela, another girl, she has the intention to receive signs from her father, who left the body some days before starting the miracle experience. And she started to ask for signs, and she received lots of messages, lots of love, and in every forms. And she was so happy last time we talked about this. She felt the interconnection between everyone. She felt that is just a transition. She was so happy. She was so happy to be part of this miracle experience. She was so grateful, and she would like to invite her family members because she wants to share this experience. And also lots of people who are interested to learn more about Ancient Secret, who asked me that wants to learn more things, and they want to participate to the 100 days course in Italian, and they are so interested, so curious to know more, and this is so beautiful, so beautiful.
Yes. Some exciting announcement is that the 100-day course is also being translated completely into Italian as the first language, which it'll be available. And so maybe we can offer that. We can have the starting time for Italian be the same time as English in October of this year. We could talk a little bit more about that. But Anna, I just want to read you some feedback. Leonora says, your testimonial describes everything I feel too about the miracle experiment experience. Jerem Ingen, he says, Anna, you become even more beautiful seeing you loving yourself. You become even more beautiful. And so much love from so many people. Paul, he says, thank you, Anna, for sharing such a beautiful experience. And Ilaria, thank you for guiding. Thank you for being willing to not only translate the book in Italian, but now guiding the third miracle experiment experience in Italian. And like you said, many more family members are going to want to share or participate, or friends. And so the next time we'll offer it, we're going to offer it in many languages, is in September of this year. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right. I'm right. Getting the dates right. September of this year. So grazie. And looking forward to see you soon in Europe and Italy. Love you.
Yes, we wait for you. Love you all.
Grazie.
Grazie, Anna.
So beautiful. In the country of love, some people consider Italy the country of love. We're having an experience of an increase of loving self, and healthy, in a healthy, beautiful way. So thank you, Anna, for being such a beautiful model of that, Ilaria. Now we're going to hear some powerful stories from the Russian miracle experiment team. And I want to go to Irina first. Would you be willing to share your experience?
Yes. First of all, I am glad. It's amazing to be a part of this big team. And I want to say some words about one aspect of healing secrets. I want to inspire those who hadn't tried monk beings yet, if there are such people here. It's my own monk story, like a love story. I want to tell you that as a member of Russian translation team, I know a lot about miraculous properties of monk beings, but as Dr. Naram said, knowing is not doing, not being. I had COVID twice, and one morning I woke up with a sore joint right here. I felt such pain, and I can't move my finger. In that time, Renata suggested us to play this magic game. And as you know, one of the properties of, one of suggestion of this game is monk detox. And I did it. And when I did this detox, my joint is okay. It's okay now. All detox time, I didn't feel hungry, but I feel much more energy. I think it's a monk side effect. Now, for me, the monk soup is must do and must have. And only one thing I can add. When members of my family feel troubles with digestion or some stomach ache, I propose them monk soup, and it helps, it works. And today my 19-old young father had a stomach ache, and I gave him the monk soup, and it helps. It's all about my love to monk soup.
Спасибо, Арина. Спасибо. Жизнь прекрасна.
Yes.
And I love that you talked about monk soup. Some people had a little experiment with it, a 7-day experiment. And if you want to do the 28th day guided, I'll be starting that August 8th. I'll again put the link, or maybe Cornelia can put the link. But thank you for sharing that powerful experience. It's true. And it's so fun. What if healing can be delicious? What if healing can be so delicious and simple? And why not? If we can do something as simple as make a soup that's delicious and it can help us, then why not do it? So if anyone has not done monk soup yet or tried it, then why not this week give yourself a real special treat?
It helps, it works.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you, Ira. So grateful for you. Spasibo. Now let's go to another person on the team, on the Russian. I think it's Zemfira, I'm going to say. But I'm
Zemfira of Zula.
Oh, good. Fantastic. Zemfira of Zula.
Yeah, I'm Zemfira. I'm from
Oh.
Vancouver. And I joined the Russian group. I joined Renara as my childhood friend invited me. And we talk daily. We share daily with each other. And we meet every week on Zoom. And what I notice is that some of the people I knew from childhood, some of the people I knew how powerful and pure souls they were when we were growing together, and some of the people were new that we just met through the group. But what this group did for me is help me to focus and bring my attention back to what is important in this life and start noticing the miracles on a daily basis. And one of the miracles that I wanted to share with you today is that recently I was helping my friend, and I took her 4-year-old girl to the swimming pool and was trying to help her to learn how to float. And she was holding on to me really tight without being able to just relax and lie down on the water. And I was telling her, can you trust the water? Can you trust that water loves you and water can hold you? And she would not understand what I want from her. And she would still be grabbing onto my swimming suit and not letting go. And then I told her, well, do you trust the universe? Do you trust God, that God loves you? It's the same kind of idea. And all of a sudden, this 4-year-old child who is growing in love to God, all of a sudden she absolutely relaxes, and she was floating for the good 3 minutes and totally was like all by herself. And I was looking at her face. She was sparkling with joy, with this amazing experience that she's floating on the water. And I'm standing and I observed this, and then there is a little voice telling me that life is this way. And as long as you trust life, you're going to float and you're going to be great. But the moment you have a little bit of doubt, you start drowning. And it just, I think that it's due to this group is that my attention was there and I could grab this beautiful moment. And I grew up trusting God. I grew up trusting that universe loves me, and I had really wonderful life. But at some point there were problems, issues, and I was trying to, swim in my life, but had lots of failures. And this realization, it was really amazing and beautiful. And I don't know, I just went out of the swimming pool smiling and shining, just like this child was, thinking that, yeah, I found the answer. Like I lost a little bit of my trust, and that little doubt was pulling me down. And I don't know, since then, life is just evolving in a very beautiful way, and I wanted to share it with you.
Oh, that is so, so beautiful. Wow. Thank you for sharing that. Well, that is such a cool miracle, and also just what amazing mother you are.
Well, she's
And
my friend's daughter. I was just helping her out because she has another baby. But I'm also a mother of 4, so yeah.
What a great servant of love, and what a great divine Shakti energy, and to give all of us, not only this child, but through that experience, all of this experience of what happens when you trust. You know, what happens when you feel safe.
Yeah.
In this space
We
of
don't
life.
have to hold on or give the doubt or fear to enter our hearts. The moment we just let them out and totally trust that everything is going to be fine, we're floating through life with joy and happiness.
Oh, that is so beautiful. Well, the phrase that I say in Russian, "Жизнь прекрасна," it feels more applicable now than almost ever. Life is beautiful. Жизнь прекрасна.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful for you sharing, and thankful you're participating. And I don't know, Renara, what do you think? I think maybe we have some powerful future mentors for future miracle experiment experiences.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, the way that you mentored that little girl. I want to be mentored. I want to be in your group. I want to have someone pointing out life to me in this way.
Love was mentor. Love is mentor. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we repeat that, and we repeated that all the time. We are not here for teach each other. We just love will teach all of us. Yeah.
So powerful, so true. Thank you, Renara. Renara, was there anyone else from the Russian team that wanted to share today?
There is a Zula. She wants to share something. Zula, you can. Zula, ты можешь открыть свой микрофон?
Yes, I have now.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes, at first, I want to say that, yes, to be in this, I lost my, to feel this energy of love. Hello? Did you hear me?
Yeah,
yes,
we can hear you. To be in this
Okay.
energy of love, you said that much.
Now I feel a new energy because it's different than you are alone, and in the group is more different. And I was by Dr. Naram when he was in Frankfurt, and I meet him. I was very got impression and good. And after that, then when every morning I am here. I hear the meditation, and I start my day with meditation, Dr. Naram. And this is very amazing. It's make me more to be focused during the day, and it seems to me that I have more confidence and vision where to go, and something begins to change. Some simple paper problems are starting to be solved, and I meet people with new proposals. Suddenly I meet a family from India and they have a baby, and the baby they ask me to take care about baby, and I can use my knowledge also for this baby because he grows not very nice, not so good. And my daughter, she can work as a babysitter there. I just I live in Holland. I am in Holland about 20 years, but I never meet people from India. But they are here, a lot of people from India. But I don't know, during this groups meditation and wonder, Saturday wonders, suddenly I meet these people, and I have possibility to bring spices to them, cinnamon or something like real from India is. They can bring it for me, and yes, for sort of home remedies, and And then what to say more? That maybe I forgot something because I yeah, it's very nice experience. Yes, very nice experience to be the Atiti Deva Bhava is make also a great job how to keep myself during the day with focusing on the of love, and how it's from one side it's difficult, but it is so easy just transform myself and also people, which was not so simple. The communication was before not so simple. It's some people I have in my area, but with Atiti Deva, it's changed, and now it's more easier. And I can say that I believe in detox, but I could not do it more than 2 or 3 days. But it's my plan, because I meet Dr. Smita. I was a few weeks ago. She was in Rotterdam, and she told me that I need 28 days, and I will do it. Really, I promised. Then it will be completely good. Thank you very much. I feel this energy, universal love energy, and the energy from Dr. Naram is always close, and it's wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much.
I just want to say, can you for people who don't know, how do you know Renara? For people who don't know.
But yeah, but because in one family in Azerbaijan, she has the same mother, the same father like me. Own father. It is my big, my old sister, and she is very great, and she is very. I have not words to say about her because
So they're
great.
sisters.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say it's so fun when family participates together in something like this, and the ways in which the relationships improve. The depth is so powerful. So thank you so much.
Yeah,
Renata.
but it's growth. It's grow. I have network here also in Holland. I have a lot of friends, and everywhere it slowly grows. This yeah.
Yeah, it's cutting off a little bit right now, but I just want to say thank you so much for sharing. And thank you, Laura, for organizing this stream. I'm excited next time see the Russian group even bigger. And I also think, Zulia, you would be a fantastic mentor as well. And thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. Meet you.
All right. Well, I want to go because we have about a half hour left. We have so many stories to share. But first of all, I want to acknowledge all the international participants who have joined this powerful group. One of the most amazing stories that came from this miracle experiment experience was with Roma Rishi. And before Gita and some of the others go off, I know a lot of people supported. And so I want to go to this story and give Roma Rishi just a couple minutes to share what was your experience, and just expressing gratitude and acknowledging some of the beautiful people who have helped. Like, I know she's joining for the first time. Gita, you don't want any special acknowledgement, but I just want to say, we just love you so much for joining today's call, for showing up with your heart, for letting love guide you. And Roma Rishi, I just want you to give you a chance to share what's the miracle that's happened for you in this 30 days. And then right after this, Carol Ray, who's my co-host on today's call, will guide us for the rest of the half hour and some of the other stories. And then we'll go into the breakout rooms where everyone will have a chance to share. Everyone will have a chance to share. Go, Roma Rishi.
Yes, we're actually joining this call from a Starbucks in Mount Shasta, So I apologize if there's a lot of background noise. We have no control over everyone else in Starbucks. But this past miracle experiment was absolutely amazing for us. And I encourage anyone who has not taken part in the miracle experience game, because it's a game, it's fun, it's easy to do, and it really produces amazing results. Now, we did not participate in this thinking that we would receive a financial miracle. Money is not really the focus of our life. It's spirituality. And even though earlier in my life, I did work on Wall Street, developing software for large financial institutions, and Tara worked for Fortune 100 companies. At a certain point in our life, we decided to stop chasing money and only do seva, spiritual work, voluntary. And since that time, when I was around 55, we have not worked for money ever. So that was not our goal in taking part in this miracle experience experiment game. However, an amazing miracle happened. At the current time, Tara and I are living in a tent on Mount Shasta. As many of you know, houseless. We're not homeless, we're houseless. And Clint really wanted to help us get out of living in a tent and get into a travel trailer, which will be our new home. So our dear friend, Luke, spiritual name Bodhidharma, he started a GoFundMe campaign. And it started off very slow. And Luke said, gee, I'm a little disappointed. You have 40,000 Facebook friends. If each one of them just gave a little bit of money, you would have enough to buy a travel trailer. So it started off very slow. It eventually reached $4,000. Our goal was $15,000. So we still had a long way to go. And then Clint gave a talk at the Cryon conference in Mount Shasta area. And Clint asked me to speak a little bit after he spoke. And then he told this crowd of 300 people who didn't know anything about us, really. He told them that we were living in a tent on Mount Shasta, and he wanted to help us get a travel trailer. And they could make a donation in the next room, in a box. When Tara and I left that conference, we thought, gee, what do you think people are going to donate for us to get a travel trailer? Tara said, maybe $500. Well, the next day, Clint brought $4,000 donation from these people who didn't even know us.
Yeah. Including Ray and Sahat, who were there, and so many others who were from Mount Shasta that day.
In fact, they were sitting right in front of us, right? You were sitting
so
right
crazy, Marishi. I remember you were parking. We were out on the balcony and you were parking.
Yes.
And Tara got out with Bodhi real quick, and like the tree branch was in the way, and you were like, oh, I don't know if I have a room. And we were like guiding you in, and then you sat right behind us. It was just like such a synchronistic event. Yeah.
And then we sat right behind you in the hall. So Clint brought $4,000 that was donated by people that didn't know us. And so that brought our total up to about 8,000. It's still a long way from 15, which we needed to buy a travel trailer and a car to pull the travel trailer. So then the amazing miracle that happened, and you have to understand, we were not looking for a financial miracle. For us, the miracles we were looking for had to do with health, enlightenment, spiritual growth. And then we were about to go to sleep that night, and Tara exclaimed, "Oh my God." And I said, "What?" She said, "I just checked our GoFundMe campaign balance, and one woman gave $6,000. $6,000 from one woman who's been a Facebook friend for years and who we love dearly. And she's on this call. She asked me not to thank her because the divine did it, not her. She was just a vehicle. But her name is Gita, And I think Clint has spotlighted her.
You know, what I love about this whole experience is that people give what they can from their hearts. And some people didn't give financially, but sent love. You recognize that when we help one person, we help everybody. And so I just want to say thank you for everyone who sent love, who sent energy, who sent a belief that Tara Romarishi, from devoting their life in service and love to spirit, there's no need for them to be without a home by choice, you know, unless it's by choice. So but just sending your love and by applying these miracles, I also want to acknowledge Romarishi and Tara that when they went into this miracle experiment experience and the Aditi Devo Baba moment came, that on almost the third day coming into experience, they're going to be homeless or without a home. I should say, without a house, I should say. That's not an easy situation to enter into, and then to keep in the space of gratitude, to focus on what you want instead of what you don't want. And they carried us all in this beautiful energy of possibility. And in the possibility, we didn't know what was going to happen in the end. That's the beautiful thing about miracles. We don't know what's going to happen. We just move forward with faith and saying, what do I want? Focusing on what do you want? Treating each unexpected guest as if the divine is coming, and then with gratitude, writing down, and man, what a list of things you must be grateful for. So for everyone who sent love, I wish I could spotlight everyone right now in this moment, but for everyone who sent love, who was guided by love, for Romarishi Tara, understand they're a microcosm and macrocosm, that you're not alone, no matter what you're going through. And that you're held by the divine, like was so beautifully shared by the beautiful. Go ahead, Romarishi. Any final thoughts you want to share about this miracle?
Well, yes. I mean, I would like to repeat basically what you just said, is that some people were inspired to donate $10, $25, $50. Some people said they really couldn't share anything financially, but they would be praying for us. And we are equally grateful to all those people. It just so happens one person was inspired to donate $6,000. And that really brought us into the balance that we could now get a travel trailer. And tomorrow we're going to look at one in Grants Pass, Oregon. And hopefully we're going to buy that one, and then we will have a home again. And I would like to invite Gita.
I want to say this too, because in a space,
Gita has her own radio show that she does.
Wow,
and,
Gita.
Gita, could you just say a little bit about what you do?
Oh, you have to unmute yourself, Gita. Just 1 second. Can you click the unmute? Oh, there we go.
Namaste. It's very beautiful to be part of this community and the way you organize this, Dr. Clint, and it's beautiful. I'm just so overwhelmed with all these miracles. I do, like, you know, I'm into spiritual journey myself from like past 25 years. But Romarishi Ji's and Tara Ji's story has really moved me, because they literally surrender to God practically. They can earn their living themselves. They qualified to earn, overqualified to earn their living easily, but they completely surrender to God. Like I come from India, where I listen to the stories of great sages who just completely give to divine. And for me, they are no less than sages who completely 100% they surrender to divine with 100% faith, which we don't get to see as often here in this world. And people like that should be supported. We get to learn from them. We need to present them to the current society. Kids should look at their surrender and learn from them. The future generations should look at them and learn. So I think we should make that possible. They are a divine couple. They have to be, we have to make them, definitely. The trailer is not a big deal at all. The divine, if he has an eye on you, the grace, divine grace, we never know where they will go. But, I'm just overwhelmed. I'm not getting the right words also, because this is beyond something which we see in this materialistic world. It's an absolute surrender for me. And that has moved me, and I feel like they need to, I know they're, the first thing Roma Rishiji said to me was, first time when I spoke, he said, I'm happy. I wanted to console him, but he was consoling me, saying that we are happy. I mean, they're continuously in that infinite bliss mode. They're connected to God, infinite, that infinite supreme consciousness. They're in constant connection, which I feel is really great. And thank you again. I really enjoyed being part of your community, and the way you're serving the whole world is absolutely commendable. Thank you again for having me.
Thank you, Geeta.
Thank you.
And what's the name of your radio show, Geeta? What's the name of your radio show?
It's called Voice of Sanatan Hinduism. It's a local radio show, but I also post it on Facebook as well.
Can you put a link to it so anyone that wants to join, we can make sure that we support you in that as well, Geeta?
Sure, definitely.
Thank you so much. And Geeta, I love that you can recognize that when someone's in service of the divine, we want to be in service of that energy. And when someone's in service of love. And also, I just want to say for anyone, again, first of all, thank you, Geeta. Make sure that you put that link, and you're welcome every Sunday. We have these beautiful calls. We'd like to share and celebrate with you more and more. So, yeah. Roma Rishi, Tara, thank you for inspiring us. Also Bodhi as well. And I want to say in this space, because, financial miracles, it's sensitive for some people because maybe they're not in the abundance, or maybe they didn't have the whole community surround them and lift them up. Now, last Sunday's call, I think Aaron and Heidi, they're on the call right now. Remember when Aaron and Heidi and Marissa were sharing so beautifully, and then someone unmuted themselves? Oh, Aaron, I'm just spotlighting you. Surprise. And then Marissa was sharing so powerfully, and then someone was unmuted, and it was something about paying off your mortgage. And then all of a sudden I started speaking, and I felt like this passion about making sure that we shared. Dr. Ram, his ancient secrets weren't just about health, healing, wellness. He had actually a mission, a vision to make sure people understood the ancient secrets for long-term, predictable, non-toxic super success. What are the ancient secrets for abundance? And so for those that want to, I'm just getting an interest form together right now. If you're interested in joining that experience, and it was fun because I went in the breakout room with Roma Rishi and Tara, and with actually Munera was there, and also Nehemiah and Sienna, and we talked about this. And even Roma Rishi and Tara, they're like, we've been doing this in a certain way, but we're open to a new way. We're open to a new way of attracting abundance. And with Aaron and Heidi, actually, we're going to create a whole system for an experiment we're going to do using the principles of Dr. Naram to do this. And I like it. Roma Rishi said, you're ready for this. You don't want just only to live.
Sign us up. Sign us up. We're ready.
Okay, so I'm going to put that link right now in the chat. If you're interested in joining this new experiment game, it's a new miracle experiment game focused on ancient secrets for abundance, then you can fill out that form. We're just doing an exploration of how many people would be interested in that. But thank you, Roma Rishi and Tara, for your great, beautiful examples. And thank you, everyone, for your loving support. As we help one, we help all of us. So thank you again. Tara, anything you want to share? I just want to make sure you have a space to share as well.
I just felt like the energy that was surrounding us, of everyone's heart and their prayers, was like just totally angelic, and we really felt that it was helping us and supporting us, and we're so grateful.
Yeah, well, I'm so grateful for both of you and for all of us. What if, when the challenge comes, when the obstacle comes, when the heartache comes, we believe the quote that says there's seeds of equal or greater benefit? What if we look at it like a Titi Devo Baba? What if, from seeing Roma Rishi and Tara's experience and how they didn't go into fear, they didn't go into anxiety, they stayed in gratitude, they stayed focusing on what they wanted, they stayed trusting that they were being divinely guided. What if we anchor that into our hearts and we say, yes, that is us, we are them? It's so cool. That'd be a really great takeaway for me personally from the miracle experiment experience. I personally went through a big financial challenge for 40 days.
Clint, I just wanted to take a moment to ask for everybody's loving focus for one final step with Roma, Rishi, and Tara. We've been on the phone a lot, working together to locate the right travel trailer for them, and they're going to look at one tomorrow. Because he hasn't mentioned this, but Roma Rishi is still dealing with a significant health issue, and he's got to get out of that tent. He needs electricity and so forth. So the focus is, if everybody could put out a loving focus, that they find the right travel trailer this week that they can get into.
Yeah, let's put our hands together for that one. Let's do this as a Miracle Experiment Experience community, sending you so much love that you find the perfect trailer, the perfect home that can house you in your heart and your mission. Beautiful. Thank you, Luke. Bodhidharma, living up to your name. Thank you so much. And thank you for initiating that whole miracle experiment. Thank you, Luke. All right. I know we have so many miracles to share. And Carol Ray, you there?
I'm here. Yes.
Okay, good. And actually, real quick, Sue, I know that I was asking you at the beginning, you're one of the newest mentors, from hearing Anna's story, from hearing the Russian stories, Roma Rishi's stories, and just any feedback, first of all, from you, if anything in your heart you want to share to any of them or any of us about what you've heard.
Yes. I feel like people are sharing in the deepest ways about very important life changes. And that's what I think is so powerful about the miracle experiment. It really is a life change. And when I'm forgetting her name for a moment, but the woman who said, I learned to love myself, that is life changing. And to have a 30-day anything change that, I mean, that is huge. So I want to say, all of us, what you said, I think is right, the macro and the micro. If this could help all of us in that journey of a lifetime, which is to love ourselves so we're free to love others in the way that we can. Because of course we know that not loving ourselves gets in the way of that. It was so beautiful. And I want to add from my own experience that it was really profound for me to notice after a second month, that's my second time, my first time mentoring, what it was like to be aware every day of gratitude at that depth again in a very conscious way. And there was an event that was happening in my life because my husband couldn't drive because of a temporary medical thing. And I got to every day have the opportunity to be in gratitude. One, that he was well, that we expect this to be temporary, but two, for the opportunity to see his life and to embrace with gratitude the opportunity to drive him where he needed to go, which isn't exactly what we mostly wish for, to drive someone around. And there were jokes about being a driver, but honestly, it was like living through his eyes. And there was an incredible gift in there that I would not have had, I do not believe, if I had not been in the middle of this miracle experiment. And so I'm very sure that there was a tremendous gift that allowed me to embrace the entire inconvenience as a blessing and a gift. So I just want to say thank you to all who have spoken today. And for myself, I feel welcoming the unexpected, which this was, has become more of a daily built-in experience. And I am changed because of that in a way that I'm so grateful for. And to be around opportunities to feel that is just more in my consciousness. So love to all, and thank you for giving me a chance to say all that.
So beautiful. I want to acknowledge Sue. She was this is her first time mentoring, and she did such a powerful job. And so many of you who are participants this time, I feel like you would also be powerful mentors. You gain so much from mentoring. And if you're interested in that, Carol, can you put your email address?
Yes, yes, I'll definitely do that.
Great. And in this space, I want to acknowledge the whole team. I want to acknowledge Carol Ray, who we could not have done this without. She has been like the backbone of all the miracle experiment experiences and miracle experiment games so far. Not only her, but also Cornelia, who has been so fantastic in supporting technologically, logistically, and with love energy. And Also, all the other superpowered team and the mentors who just volunteered out of love, out of a desire to see more miracles happen on the planet and to just be a facilitator of that. I just want to thank you from my heart to your heart. And if you're interested in being a mentor in the future or the Future Miracle Experiment experience, Cornelia, can you put the links for those 2 or 3 things for if they want to join in September or they want to gift it to a friend or family member in September? Also for the 100-day course that will be starting in October, if you're interested in going deeper into learning the ancient healing secrets so you can benefit yourself and for your family. And then we have those opportunities coming up. And then the 28-day detox starting in August. So I just want to say, first of all, acknowledge this powerful team that has been guided by love. And thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for making the
All right, now-
opportunity. And also I was so impressed at how all the mentors stepped in to help one another. Somebody had, something come up at the last minute, like, I got that, no worry, got your back. And I love that about our community, how we operate as a well-oiled machine. Most of the time we do have, a few hiccups here and there that we just say a DT Deva Bawa and we keep on going. But thank you,
Yeah.
Dr. Plant, for making this available. Your guidance and training and teaching for mentors shapes every aspect of our lives. Just one lesson and listen to understand. What a powerful message that is, that can change everything in any and every relationship, from home, teenagers, work, spouses, beloveds. You're amazing.
It is such a powerful thing to watch love guide all of us and to know I'm not in charge of this, this thing, but everyone's coming up with ideas that are better than any single person could. And yeah, there's hiccups and also life continues, but the experiment is in the midst of life. We're not taking you out of it into a little retreat space in which everything is perfectly, all the food is. No, you're in life and applying the principles. So that way the principles can continue to apply in your life for the rest of your life and change all of us. That together, that individually and collectively, we become powerful instruments of seeing that there's more healing and happiness and hope and love on the planet. No matter what turmoils come, we can have peace inside of us and we can let love guide us. So thank you so much for being an awesome example of that, Carol. Now, Carol, what are you thinking for this? Because I know I want to make sure we have time for breakout rooms. What if we have 1 or 2 more people share? Does that feel good?
Yeah, that feels great.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was hoping that Isabel Laurent could share. I know she was in Sissy's group, and I think Sissy has already left, but if we could have Isabel. You'll need to unmute yourself. Still can't hear you.
You'll see there's a little microphone, or we just clicked on ask to unmute. And maybe it has like a little microphone with a little, oh, there you go. Fantastic. Oh, now you press it twice.
There, okay.
Oh,
There you hear me? Okay. What I wanted to share has been already said. It's that for me was, I said to my guides, okay, guys, I have experimented a lot of things. So now it's, if the life must be work, sleep and eat, and that's enough, I can go back home. I will never take my life, but that was my thinking. And then they told me, no, you have not experienced love. Okay. And how this is possible on earth? Because my beliefs were it's not possible on earth. So I had that in me, but I never show it. I never speak about that. And this group and these 30 days give that opportunity to speak about that and to hear you speaking about that also. And that it's not, because I have been educated that love is not important. Love is something foolish. I don't know the words in English, I've written that, but so it's not important. But here I can feel that it's really important. And it's the way I will be in the future, I will say it, I will be it, and show it. That's what I didn't make all my life. And somebody in the group, because I want also to thank all your teams, but also the people in the groups, because they are authentic. So they just say what they feel, and that was really good. And one lady, I think it's Birgit, she told me she read a book, and the title was See Love, Speak Love, and Be Love. So I never read the book, but I said to Cici, I said, this will be my mantra. So during these 30 days, I try to see people in another way and be myself in another way. So that's it. So I will continue.
Oh, thank you so much. We're going to send you a little blast of love by the group. Thank you, Isabel. So beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I saw Larry Greenfield with a whole family there. I don't know if they're still there, Larry. Yeah.
I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, hi. Would you
I
like
am.
to introduce your tribe?
This is my first meeting. Well, my tribe is actually a photograph.
Oh, how beautiful.
I just visited my son and his wife and my 2 grandchildren in New York just a couple weeks ago, and I'm back in California now. And the reason I'm here is that Roma Rishi and Tara invited me specifically. We've been dear friends for 25 years, and everything that everyone has said about them is true. But over the course of 25 years, every moment I've spent with them has been delightful and has brought synchronicities that I couldn't even begin to explain. They are truly surrounded with divine influences, and whatever people they need to meet, they meet, and whatever people I need to meet when I'm with them, I meet, and we have fun, and I learn so much from them, and hopefully they've learned a little bit from me too. But it's just any group that they're a part of, I want to be part of. And from what I've heard from everybody else today, has been so inspiring and so in accordance with my guiding principles that I will be back. This is not my last time.
Oh, so grateful for you. Thank you, Larry, for sharing with that. And we hope to see more of you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And let's see, Susan Ingman, I think you had someone here who wanted to share. Is that right?
Yes, I would. Sue Mulvaney was a member of my group, and she's an amazing soul and had a very powerful, deep experience. So she's going to just speak from her heart. Sue?
Oh my goodness. Little did we know when our group selected the name Infinite Hearts that we were launching a container with a ability to open our hearts to the degree that we hadn't before. And we created a safety environment so that each one of us could do a deep dive into those pieces of us, those authentic pieces that were causing us so much pain and so much resistance to moving forward in our life. And this loving container, we were there for each other every single day. And each one of us would ring in and give support and share our own experiences and knowledge. And we all took the risk to walk into our fears, share them. And even when we got afraid, the fact that we shared them, we shared the fact that we were afraid, and we were still able to be there for each other. And wonderful, wonderful transitions happened. A lot of synchronicities, each one of us in our own unique way were able to healing. And I will just share probably the deepest healing in my entire life. When I was in the uterus of my mother, she developed polio. And as a result, I lost all contact with her at about 5 months in utero. So when I was born, my heart stopped beating, and I ended up spending about 6 months in a hospital. And I was the first baby ever to receive a full body blood transfusion. But what that, and it took like 9 of them to keep me alive. So I've always felt I'm here to be blessed and do something, all that I could to be gratitude for that. But what that left me with was a entrance into life with the deepest level of terror that that I could possibly imagine. And throughout my life, I had incidences that you know began to try to help me lighten that. But it wasn't until this group that a miracle happened. There was a safety and a loving environment in this group that allowed me to go deep into the ability to say, what is the origin of this terror? Why do I carry this? And this terror would manifest in just simple little ways. When I was in graduate school, I realized that taking a test, anytime I had to take a test, I was paralyzed. And I remember my first test in graduate school, and I walked in there and I had worn 2 different pairs of shoes in there. And I was so frightened and so scared, I didn't even notice it. And my teacher said, "Are we a little nervous because you've got a brown and a black shoe on?" And I said, "I'm terrified." And so then I was in a psychodrama group for 15 years. And many times in the group, the leader had to say to me, "Sue, uncoil your toes, you're sitting in terror." And the ability to carry this was just paralyzing all my life. But in this group, something happened, a miracle happened. And I asked myself, my guides, I said, let me go back to the origins of this. And I have the ability to delve into my past lives. And I found some of the incidences that might have anchored this horrendous terror. And I was able, through loving the incident, forgiving, I was able to just evaporate that terror, so that when I went into, I had to take a driver's test, which created months and months of terror for me. And after I was able to let that terror go, I actually went in there and expecting to take a test, and they looked at me and said, "Your driver's license, you don't have to take a test." It was like this huge miracle. And it was like, I am now able to sit in gratitude for this group, for creating this loving container. I'm getting a little emotional because I feel so calm inside, and I've never experienced that in my life. And it was a miracle of a lifetime. And I'm so grateful for this group who joins with us. I think we are the living embodiment of the whole is greater than the sum of its parts when you put your heart and love into something. And I am so appreciative to the group. And that was what I wanted to share today.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you.
I got chills. I love you and we're with you. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
If you're a microcosm of the macrocosm, which I believe you are, and I believe you're connected with all of us, then the fact that this happened in this space, that's such a dramatic trauma, that's even beyond words, beyond logic, beyond a thinking, you know, it can transfer from a trauma into a peace, a sense of being, belonging, of knowing that you're loved and that you're safe. And I think that's one thing I've heard throughout this call, you know, and man, I'm just feeling that. That's a really important message for all of us, just to know we're safe. You know, no, things are going to be okay. Looks pretty traumatic on the outside, and many times there's traumatic things happening inside, but there is a space, there is a family, there is a condition, a situation in which we can just see truth. And the truth is that you are safe, that you're not alone, that you are loved, that you belong. And so thank you so
And the
much for
other thing
sharing
is,
that.
it's never too late. It's never too late to expect miracles, because I'm 76 and it took all these years to get to this point. And I'm going to go further. I'm starting the cleanse on Wednesday. So
Yes.
I'm in it. This is good. Yay!
Yes. You are 77 years young, and Judy Lamar is my example. At 80 years young, she was the first one to sign up for the 100-day course, or one of the first ones, and the first one to join the
Yeah,
101-year
right.
immersion. Yeah.
Dr. Click, can we do one more?
Yeah, you know, I want to do one more. And right before that, I just want to say thank you to Susan. Again, thank you all
Yes.
the mentors for creating this space through your beautiful heart, your intention, so that such profound, dynamic miracle, it hasn't happened in 77 years, can bring her a new life, a youthful life, a possibility of the more exciting future. It's like a little disorienting. What do I do now? Everything's changing, but in a really beautiful way. So we're excited to follow the story.
Yeah.
And I want to say that we
We
want
are
to
grateful
capture.
to our mentor.
Yeah, and I want to capture your story, Susan. I want to make sure we put your story in the upcoming Miracle Experiment Game Journal. And as we go into the breakout rooms in a moment, I want you to share your stories in such a way that if you feel inspired, we can use your name anonymously. We can do it with a pseudonym, but it's so life-changing for anyone of any age to hear stories like yours. And for anyone on whatever degree, it could have been something about some synchronicity happened or some connection with animals, or it could have been anything. But we just want your stories, because as people hear stories, it opens up their mind and their heart to a possibility. And you never know how much your story can change people's lives. And so we want to make sure we include that. That book we're hoping will be ready within the next 1 or 2 months. So the stories you share today on today's call in the breakout room are so important. So thank you, Susan Engman. Thank you, Susan Mulvaney. And thank you, Carol. Carol, you have one more story you wanted to share?
Yes, Janet. Where's Janet from another planet? I know she was.
I'm here.
Okay.
Hi. I just wanted to share. Oh, this has just been so beautiful. It's my first Miracle Experiment game, and Jana asked me to co-mentor with her, and that was the first miracle right there, because playing this game has been so life-changing for me personally. It has just been wonderful. But I don't want to take the time. I want Jimbo to share, because he's had so many magical experiences while playing the game as well. So
thank you, Janet.
Sure.
Hi, Jimbo. Hi, everybody. So the Miracle Experiment experience has been completely life-changing, and I have a lot to say, but I'll try to be concise. So
you can share more in the breakout room, but definitely give us
right,
the highlights.
exactly. So
Yeah.
my life is a series of miracles. And I think of myself as a miracle magnet, just for a long time. But this experience, it's like, I describe it as like a switch was turned on, and all those miracles that were out there that were coming to me slowly, all of a sudden my miracle magnet had superpowers, and everything starts coming really, really fast. And so it's concentrated and amplified. And there's just so many things. And one of the things that was really great was that I did get to, and this just manifested during this, is the Mount Shasta experience, where I got to go to the pulse reading and meet Clint, and that was amazing. And I got to spend 3 days with Romarishi and Tara, which is always amazing. And I got to camp at their campsite for 3 nights, and that was fantastic. But also just the group that we were in, our small group, the Magical Miracle Makers, we called it, was just such a wonderful family, and I feel like from all of this that my tribe has expanded, and I feel so connected and loved, and also the, you know, sharing deeply in is sometimes seems, you know, painful or personal or scary, but I had this realization that in this community, there is a spiritual maturity with everyone that means I don't have to worry about those things that are just conditions from my life, and I can share deeply and openly and not worry about any of it, and it's very beautiful. And
Thank you so
also,
much. Go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
yeah,
interrupt.
and also, you know, I also made a very special friend. It's Janet. Me and Janet have connected and have been spending a lot of time together on the internet, and we have a very, very profound connection, and it feels ancient, and it's very amazing and wonderful, and it's actually changed my life, and I'm so grateful for that. And my life is completely changed by this whole thing. So I'm just feel so blessed, and I am really, really grateful. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. And Janet, you look like a goddess today. Just absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. Wow. On today's call, what happened for all the things that shared about more love for ourselves, more peace, more safety, and also connection, deep, meaningful connection, letting love guide us. That is what a beautiful story. And I know there's so many depths and so many layers and so many other things that you guys can share that hopefully we'll hear some more about in the future. But thank you, Jimbo. Thank you, Janet, for sharing and for letting love guide you. And we look forward to see how that continues to develop. So beautiful. Thank you, Jimbo. Wow. Thank you, Janet. You know, we've had such a feast, Carol, today. So many powerful stories. And there's so many more to share. And so in the breakout rooms, I think Cornelia has it all set up. As she puts the breakout rooms and as people start going to breakout rooms, I just want Munera and Nehemiah to share your takeaway from today, because this is truly an international audience. You know, and Munera is right now in Saudi Arabia. We're celebrating Eid. So happy Eid to everybody. It's so beautiful, this holiday. It's a fantastic holiday. And then also just so international in so many ways. So I want basically, Cornelia, if you can open up the breakout rooms and people can start going into the breakout rooms. And if we need help, we can clean that up. Carol, anything you want to share from your heart before we go into breakout rooms?
Just gratitude. Just so grateful for all the people that showed up for these past weeks and opened their hearts.
Yeah, and whether you shared on the big group or you're sharing in the small group, your story is so important. So we want to make sure, mentors, that you're recording. So in the next book, we can make sure we put as many of these stories as possible. Again, your name can be anonymous, so don't worry about that. But I just want you to know that your story matters. And because we call it contagious healing, you never know whose heart your story will touch. So Cornelia,
Okay, just one quick announcement for everyone who hasn't done that yet. We are opening up the breakout rooms today in a way that you can pick your own breakout room. So that I have, most of you I have assigned during the time, but if you are not, you go open up breakout rooms and then you scroll all the way to the bottom and then you see all the different names of the breakout rooms and you pick then your mentor. Like Sunday Group 5 and Wilkinson, for example, and then you just click on that and you can join that. And I also have 3 open groups for people who are not participating in the MEE, so you have a breakout room as well.
So those are not showing, Cornelia, again.
Yeah, I haven't opened it yet. I'm opening
Okay.
them now.
I see.
So now you should be able to do that.
beautiful. And it looks like some people aren't co-hosts, like Susan Engman's not a co-host. I think she went out and came in.
Probably, yeah. Okay, Susan, then you need to wait
in Joseph's group, he's not going to be there at the beginning. So if someone can record it, I'll just pop in that group and make sure. And then if you can't figure out how to do it, you just put in the chat the group that you're in. And then in the chat, Cornelia will be able to read that and then be able to move you to that group. Okay, now, having said that, let's see, Munera, is she still here? Munera. Okay, let's just see here. Okay, I'm gonna bring Munera back to the main session.
Okay.
Amelia, I'm going to go into Joseph's room.
Yes.
Okay, do that. Yeah, fantastic. And just make sure. All right, Munera, we brought you back here because we want you to share.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, hello.
Okay, so first of all, happy Eid to everyone. We were talking about what love does to us and the effect of love. And we also talked about abundance. And I wanted to share something real quick. Dr. Naram and Dr. Clint said that we can reach abundance and get what we want without really, not in a toxic way. And I think that's really important for us because a lot of us work really, really hard and we get really exhausted to a point where we're really worn out and we achieve our goals, but it's in the cost of our health or our well-being or our family or etc. And so they really emphasized on how to reach our goal without and be rich and happy without really sacrificing any of the other important things. And so one of the things I want to share is we have a hadith that says, your Lord has a right on you. Your soul has a right on you. And it translates to all the physical and mental exhaustion that we go through from the intensity of work or study. You really don't have like our souls isn't fully ours because we all came from God. And so it is not, we don't have the right to torture it or exhaust it. And so love not only teaches us to love others, but it's also very important to love ourselves. And I know we say that a lot, and a lot of people are like, well, how do I love myself? So you try to love yourself by making time for yourself to do more of what you love and avoid anything that stresses you out. And I learned the only way to do that is to write a list of all the little things and the big things that make us happy and just avoid the things that stress us out. One more thing I want to say is you are your environment. So really choose the people around you very carefully and surround yourselves with people that love you and people that you love and make you happy. And these are little signs that these are not my words, but I've searched them and wanted to share it with everyone. When you should cut out the people out of your life, when there is physical and mental abuse affecting your life, when you feel threatened, at danger, scared and insecure. Number 3, when your sacrifices are made through one party and there is no cooperation or support from the other. When it's preventing you from succeeding and developing, the negatives outweigh the positives and they don't accept changing the negative behavior or admit to it. No commitment to the relationship. Example, breaking their promises, giving false hope, playing games. So this applies to basically everyone in your life. And being around them causes you more emotional pain than happiness. So if anyone in your life has one or all of the checklist I just mentioned, then these are people that you should try to cut off or try to deal with less in your life or avoid. So that was one of the first steps that I have made. And I found out that I have more energy and I have more time for myself to achieve and, succeed. So this is part of loving yourself, that you have a right to love yourself and, just maintaining your energy and your mental health, your emotional health is a big part of it. So I really hope that helps.
Thank you, Munera. So powerful sharing. I'm so happy you're loving yourself more and letting love guide you. As far as how, Dr. Am says in the 6 instruments, one of the most important is actually lifestyle. Lifestyle is, what are you exercising? What are you thinking? Who are you spending time with? What conversations are you having? And I'm glad to hear that you found some beautiful experience with that. And I love in the group last Sunday, man, you guys were helping Sienna in such a powerful way, and it was helping all of us. And so thank you. And so in that space, I wanted you and Nehemiah. Nehemiah, are you able to share as well? I know you had some beautiful thing that you wanted to share too. Let's see, can you unmute yourself? Oh, there we go. Fantastic.
Sure. Okay. I have to teach myself first. Less is more, because I can. Yesterday, Carol and me talked, and I'm amazed that she talked for many minutes, because Carol and me can compete how fast we can speak, for how long we can speak. We meant to speak for 1 hour, we spoke for close to 3 hours. So I have to do less is more, because that's, first of all, thank you for making me short, in a way, not making me short, make sure, because most of what I want to say is already shared, so I don't need to go too far. I want to add something to what Monira said. Monira, you hit it on the ball, on the nail. I still dare to say something additional, if you don't mind. I also take away people who believe they give me, but really I feel the energy is sucking me. They come and over, yeah, I'll do for you this, but I feel that my intuition feels the energy suck me. Now, the other things I want to share, and that's after many years of working on this, and it's not in every stage. I can have these people in my life, but I find for them the right distance, shoulder distance apart, many feet apart, a couple of miles. I want to help everybody. That's my mission. So I'm not cutting anybody. There are people who are literally in a very selfish place. I can't deal with them. I mean, many of them are people who are running this world, corporations, whatever. So I just send them blessing that one day they'll wake up. If there's a Hitler somewhere in many lifetime, I hope that he'll wake up. That's it. And I think there are some few Hitlers around the world these days, but I won't go there because it would send negativity. I want to send positivity. So that's for this. Now, for your book. Okay, I'm a slow reader, so therefore I don't recommend it fully, because I believe in walking the talk, and I have so many things, but I read some, and it's powerful. So I want to do one thing from the book, and then I want to share what happened with the two people that I did share it. I'll say it in Hebrew. The same thing you said. In Hebrew, love is ahava, ahava. So I say the thing in Hebrew, and it will be one day translated. And I'll say something about that. אני לא באתי ללמד אתכם להיות המורה שלכם. אני באתי לאהוב אתכם. אהבה תלמד אתכם. I won't be able to be translator because the large task that I have on myself, which is bigger than what I can even, my shoulders sometimes feel like, okay, yeah, I hope I have like the Indian goddess, 4 hands or 8 hands. But my nephew might be the one. The only problem with him, from your point, is he's a professional translator. And he's my favorite nephew. Don't tell any other nephew, the other nephews that I have. And his daughter is not just my favorite grandnephew, she's my first and probably last goddaughter. Don't tell any one of my family that I chose one, because then they'll be jealousy. I don't want it, jealousy. That doesn't help. But anyway, he is translator. But the problem that, the challenge that you have, that I don't think with having to support a girl, a daughter, and all the time to spend as a musician and all this, that you would be able to do it for free. So it might not be the right one for you, you know? So just so you know, there's a and I'll what do you call it, edit.
Introduce us together, send us information.
What?
Yeah, just you can connect us together and we see. We'll let Love guide, but it would be great to be connected with him.
He would love to be connected, because he's, of all the nephews that I have, he's not my favorite because he has a beautiful face. He does. He's my favorite because he's the most spiritually open.
Yeah.
He is a succession of what I've been doing in my family. The rest, I'll get him some of it. And by the way, one in Portugal is great.
Yeah. You had some experiences where you were sharing the book with other people, and
yes, I want to share 2 of them.
Yeah.
And more will come next time. There's a person who helped maybe not as many people of Dr. Naram, but many, many people, and he used Ayurveda. And he saved my life, or at least extended my life for very long when I started to develop because of all the stress. Because let's face it, stress is the root of all evils. When you have stress and we try to be a karma yogi, a type A to help all the world too much, you start to develop condition even without knowing it. And then hernia appeared here, and another hernia appeared, and before that, even that, there was arthritis, and Dr. Naram helped me a lot. So he helped me with this virus before the current virus. And he now is full-time busy, and I'll come to what happened of sharing with him. He's full-time busy helping people all around the world with and he became sick himself by doing too much, like Dr. Naram maybe also helped maybe too much. So he became sick with laryngitis, and now he's helping less, but he's helping only people who are in a critical condition, life dangerous, and a virus and a vaccine, whatever it is. So I told him about the story. I told him about the book. And this man is already an expert in Ayurveda, in Chinese. He's this kind of mind of Leonardo da Vinci. And he said, get me this book. So then I told him, you can buy it in Amazon. He said, no, I want to buy it from you, even though it will be shipping, because I want your charity to get the benefits. So he's the first one. Then something I didn't expect. On Father's Days, I shared with my rabbi and a group of people that I'm not as connected to them as I'm connected to you guys. Even though I'm Jewish, it doesn't matter, because they are very much like with Jewish people in the mind, in the book, you know. But I love them. I love everybody. So, and my rabbi is great, but he's also a lot in his mind. But he's great. He's great. So I shared the story about Father's Days of Dr. Naram, how his father let him. And those of you who don't know, maybe I'll repeat the story. That his father put his hand behind his back and tell him, do you trust me? And he said, he was a child. He said, yes. So you can fall into my hand. And his hands weren't there. He fell on the floor. And he told Dr. Naram, I mean the baby, the child, that would teach you not to trust anybody anymore. Dr. Naram had to leave his family and to start all from scratch, which explained why he had such a challenging life, because he had to come from nothing to who we were. I mean, how many people of us can do that? It's like his soul probably from another lifetime had a very big bank account, you know. I'm sure it did, because most people won't overcome something like that and become who we became. So I shared this story, and the rabbi, we usually focus on the Jewish person, whatever, tell me, show the book to everyone. And I believe the rabbi will be also buying this book. So these are the only two that I shared so far, because I'm committed to read it fully, but I know I'm not going to share it on an email. I don't want people to come to read this book and then not read it. I want to share it with people who are my meet person on person, and I know that they're going to read it, because I don't want this book to be wasted. And the last thing I want to share is, about love. Yes. And the other things that I need to share will be for another time, okay?
Yeah, we'll create a special time. I'm really looking forward to it.
Just about love, because love is a subject.
Right before you go to that, I just thought you triggered a story in my mind. It's a funny story, but there's a woman from Germany who gave the book to her mother. And her mother's kind of, a little strict, wasn't very interested, just put it on the coffee table, never picked it up, never even opened it to read a page. So in those cases, you may think, oh, the book was wasted. But what happened was her mother had a friend who was a priest that would come over to the home. And this priest would pick up the book. What is this? He started looking at it, and he started really getting benefits from it. So even in his congregation, he started teaching different home remedies and marma that people could do. And for the woman's own mother, when she was stressed or feeling some anxiety, he'd say, you know what? Let's find out what marma is good. So he'd use her own book and press the points on the mother who never opened the book. So you never know, the book is never wasted. It gets into the right hands unexpectedly in the right places.
Okay, so I'll have to learn. By the way, I forgot to say, the person I shared with is a Ayurvedic doctor, he's a health coach for so many fields. He's like more than any doctor, and he works with doctors. He is going to share it around the world. So be sure about it. Because what he does, he's the one that told me go back to Dr. Smith and Aram. And he even didn't meet him. He intuitively knew that I have to come back because I've been away for a long time. And he said, you go back, she'll help you with Immunity for Humanity. He told me that intuitively long ago, you know, before I came to be with you. So now
beautiful. Well, let's make sure that that happens. And right before you share about love, before you share about love, Cornelia, is there anyone else that you need to ask if they belong to any group, or we're okay? Rachel, Roland, Marietta, Vinod, do you know what group to go in or you know how to self-select yourself into a group?
I don't have them in my list, so I don't know. They are not assigned to any of the groups.
Okay, good. So you're welcome to go to one of the open groups if you want to, or stay here. It's perfectly fine either way. Okay, Nehemiah, back to you. Or you can put in the chat, by the way, if you want to go in any specific group, you can also put it in the chat. Please, about love.
Many of you are familiar with the Judaic Christian tradition. We have in the Jewish, 616 rules. I was an Orthodox in other lifetime, but I never went for it really. I was always non-Orthodox, always mystics in all my lifetimes. Never was with establishment. But my rabbi, my first rabbi, not this rabbi, who was not considered to be Orthodox, but he told me, inside I'm a mystic, not an Orthodox. And he told me, very important thing, he says, the Christian Christ got the best of Judaism because it got the two main commandments and make it simple. They added later on guilt and the primal sin, that's a different story. But he put, love the neighbor, love thy Lord thy God with all your heart, all your being, and all thy might, and love thy neighbor as thyself. There's nothing deeper in Judaism. All the commandments of ritual is just about loving. There are many of them, Shabbat and whatever, to love God with all your might. All the commandments about you should do this with your neighbor, you should do this with them. It's all about loving, coming from loving and for love. So there's one thing that this one can miss, and that's what you are working on. If you full of hate to yourself and anger to yourself, then love thy neighbor as thyself become a curse. You are thinking that you are like all these people that try to help me, and I can feel that their energy is empty inside. You have to first love yourself if you want to love the neighbor as yourself. And then you focus, and when you love, and I'll add one more piece, when you love yourself fully, and you love more and more, then one day you realize that God and you are love. You are love. You become one. And the separation between you and all the world disappear. You become one day flooded with love and enlightened. My teacher said something so powerful. It's just come now. I didn't accept to say. He said, and it's very much about meditation. He said, all the great meditators, all the great spiritual teachers, don't experience as deep experience of those lovers who are able to experience, at least for the time they do, unconditional love for each other. Unconditional love. With sex, with everything you need to do, whatever it is, doesn't matter. If you are able to experience it, either to your lover or to your friend, at least at that moment, at that very moment, we are realized. If you can maintain it for a long time, like Mauricio maybe did, and others, that's a journey. But we start from one glimpse at a time, one step at a time. I spoke.
So
thank you.
beautiful.
And thank you for all you have given me. And last word is the word of Jesus in Hebrew. Peace be with you. And in Hebrew it was Shalom Aleichem. And in Arabic it's Salam Aleikum.
Salam Alaikum.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful. What a beautiful way to complete this section of the call by coming back to love. You know, so many of the stories in the miracle experiment experience were about people loving themselves more. And I love that concept that you shared, Nehemiah, as we love ourselves more, all of a sudden we realize that, wait a minute, God is love. I am love. We become one. We see the oneness of us with each other and with the divine. And that's so beautiful. And Munera, the things that you shared as well, the beautiful quotes from and the beautiful experiences that you're having about coming more and more into that space of love. So helpful, so beautiful. So what we'll do now is we'll allow everyone to go into whatever breakout rooms that you've been assigned to, and you can continue to share. If you're leaving the call, then I just want to say that we love you. We're with you. Thank you for celebrating with us. Looking forward to you joining next Sunday. And if you want to, we'll make sure we send out an email with the links for the 28-day detox for the next miracle experiment experience, for the 100-day course, and for this ancient secrets for abundance, as well as Amrapali secret. There's a lot of announcements today. So grateful that you're here. And I think Munera, because I moved you out and then I moved you back. Did you see a new link where you can join if you want to?
No, I can't go back. I don't know how to go back to my group.
Okay, let me see. I'm going to try one thing. I'm going to move you and then move you again. Did you see on your screen where you can go? If you want to, just up to you. And then I'm going to stop the recording. Everyone who's been watching Facebook Live, the recording, we love you and we're with you.
Can someone